Good morning from Canine Ranch in beautiful Marshville, North Carolina. Today I'm working with Sadie, and we are in the middle of a obedience basics reintegration lesson. Ground zero, I'm going to shake the lead and make her cognizant of the fact that she's tethered and not allow her to wander off. You see her take the down posture, super sweet older girl. So let us begin. We're going to step off with the left foot, and we're going to tap our side as we say, Sadie, heel. Good. She'll pop up. We're going to spin 90 degrees with some footwork. We're going to put our right toe in the ground and swing the left. Very deliberate with our puppy. And we're beginning to teach her a parallel left relationship out of her motion. Again, we're going to move forward. We're going to turn 90 degrees. We have her tethered. Good girl. And we're going to give praise. Good, on the target sound, good. No matter what happens, we're going to continue to stay forward in our motion. Good, so is it our equipment and technique will take care of everything. As we finish our 7th to the 8th turn, we're going to rotate as we finish, and we're going to induce and reward our girl. Good girl, that's my sweet girl. Being an older dog, we're going to make sure to get it from underneath. And we're really going to take our time. Good girl. So we're conditioning her to walk with us parallel left off of a target sound and some patterns of motion. Very simple for her, nice and deliberate. Prior to, she was a puller. We put the appropriate equipment, some technique with her, and she is so soft on the leash. We're very proud of Sadie. Now she will lag behind. Good, 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 let's go. So we have to march in and through and show her some deliberate motion. Let's go, Sadie. Good. And so here we are. We're just going to walk it out. Good. With a turn. And so she's going to lag. Good. Just a little bit. And we're going to rotate and then reward. Good girl. That's my good girl. And see, she's taking a down posture. Good. And what she's really just saying to me, as I interpret it, is, hey, you got it under control. I'm sweet, submissive. My goal is to orientate parallel left on exercise 0 and 1. So here we are, third and final, so she can remember what we're doing. And each and every handler that will be walking her needs to do this for about 10 days. Good. She indicates she wants another cookie by licking her chops. I can accommodate that with a sense of smell and a target sound, a little bit of deliberate motion. Sadie, heel. Good, good, good. That's my girl. Good. I'm going to get that smell out there and the pivot. And we'll pace. Let's go, good girl. Good. Parallel left. We got a dog bomb. Our buddy Denali wants to jump in and work. Good girl. We'll take our 2 laps with our target sound. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Good. And this can be performed in the home, garage, backyard, etc. So long as we tether the dog, move her along, and then rotate her signal language and reward her. Notice when we're finished with the 3-set repetition pattern, I'm gonna go back to ground zero with the release, all through, get full on the floor. Hey, everybody's done. And at that point, I wanna touch my dog, and just make sure that there's no body lean. Good job, that's my sweet girl. Let's set up for exercise 2 and move along. Good, let's go. I'm gonna stop about right here. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Right there, thank you. All right, we're gonna start. Just lock, good. All right, so we have Sadie assembled, and we're gonna work with our second exercise. Very simply, we're gonna invert the pivot and start to move left. Need 3 repetitions. We're going to step off just like exercise 1 with Sadie, heel, and we're going to move in and through, and we're going to turn our puppy. Good girl. And we're going to hopefully turn her with our body language. Good, and not the lead. Notice how the lead is nice and loose. Good, good, good. And eventually I'm going to feel this puppy up against my side. Good job. But this is teaching a very important lesson in the heel framework. Good girl! Let's go. Which is not the forwards. We now have a parallel left in forward motion. Good girl. And a 90-degree left. Framing that lead. Good girl. That's my sweet girl. And our dog that used to pull in less than 7 days has a heel plane that includes pace and plane. Good. With a system of rewards so as that she can practice every day. This can be done in the home around the center island. Good. Or we can work out in the yard, etc. But that's what we want first 3 to 5 days. Second rep, target sound, away we go. Good, let's go. Hey, good. Try to pick her up the pace a little bit. Maybe we can get the elapsed time forward. Good, good girl. That's my girl. Now, if we really wanted to drill, we could step through and push her through. Good job. But she's learned our pattern. Good. And she knows where to be. So the more forward motions we make, good girl, here. Good. With her buddy and her pat, the better off we'll be. Good job. Because this will be the foundation of where she comes back to us in the next lesson. We're going to rotate, reward, finish out that second one, and we can begin to enunciate about 72 hours. Overlay the voice on top of the signal and the performance. Dog's already performing before we speak. You ready? Third and final. Sadie, heel. We'll move forward. Good, that's a little light correction. You can hear the collar. Good, let's go. Heel. Good job, push, push, push. Good job, push, push, push. Good. Her puppy's right there where we need her to be. I could pace down, and then I could pace up. Obviously, pacing up needs more work than pacing down. Good job! With a dog of this age, it'd be inverted if you got a puppy. Woo-wee! That's my girl, because every time I turn in front of her, I'm actually pulling just a little bit of rank order through motion, and that's why you see that she has very deliberate steps. Good girl when she's with Mr. Greg. We'll fire the release after the third one, and then shake ground zero, letting her know she's tethered. Good girl. Make sure I have no lean. Good. And move to the next exercise. Good. Good. Let's go. That's my girl. So I have exercise 3 with Sadie, and very simply, we're going to do the opposite of what we were doing before in 1 and 2. In 1 and 2, we're communicating stay with me, motion, 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 as we walk in and around the other dogs in the family. In this particular exercise, what I want to do is directly send the dog to someone. And so what I'm going to do with the older dog is actually touch the flews, and then I'm going to point, and I'm going to send her to Mr. Keith. Good girl. Friend. I love that backside. She's looking in the eye.
Hi, Sadie. How you doing? Oh, you're such a sweet girl. Oh,
Mr. Keith is going to give touch and a little bit of cookie, and he's going to prevent the lean.
My goodness, you're so pretty.
So is that we can teach our puppy a send away as well as a recall. Sadie, leave it. Sadie, heel. Good girl, that's my girl. So at this point, we've taught our dog a one-piece recall, away from touch and cookie, the two hardest things. Good job. We're going to run a 3-set pattern with each handler in the home, working in both functions as not only the dog handler, but as the friend. Good, so she can get acclimated
Sadie.
to greeting everyone. Simple send away
looking
with
good
positive
today.
reinforcement, touch
Thank
from
you.
underneath.
Oh my
Teach your
goodness.
children that. Fantastic.
You're so pretty.
Now cue the shoulder. We're going to look right at her shoulder
Thank
and we're
you.
going to say, Sadie, leave it. We create just a little bit of imbalance there. And we're going to call her back to the heel. Good girl. She's talking as she works, licking those old chops, telling me she's receptive to reward. And most likely that I don't even need to pull that lead anymore. Good job. You ready? Sadie, friend, third and final.
Hi, Sadie.
Good girl.
How you doing? Yeah, you would never jump, would you?
Sadie. And this is absolutely what we would use for jumping as well on person.
Yeah. Oh,
Shake out the lead and we'll call her through.
There we go.
Sadie, leave it, heel. And as you can see, shoulder joints removing. Going to correct the dog before she comes to rest. Good girl. Oh my, you were peeking. Good girl. Excellent. We'll do one more super fast so she can nail the landing. Make sure it's not on her terms. Maternal correction right quick. Set the edge. Make sure she understands that Mr. Greg's going to send her. Good job. Set the edge. All I'm saying there is S-T-A-Y. Get the shoulder in front. I know. And make sure that the older dog doesn't dictate the pace of the game. 4th rep. Ready? Sadie. Friend. Good girl.
Hi, Sadie.
That's my girl.
Yeah, you got this down. I know.
Good job. I see your shoulder. Good job.
I know what to do. I know what to do.
Eventually that eyeball is going to be turned toward me. Oh, wow. Look at my conditioned behavior. Good girl.
Self-recall.
Look at my conditioned behavior. Good girl. Nice. And that's my sweet Sadie. Good girl. All right. Starting to work good in traffic. Let's move on to next exercise. Alright, so we have Sadie on exercise 4. We're working outside, but we're just doing a simulation. And this needs to be done inside as well. What we're going to do is on a point and snap indicator. We're going to take Sadie over to her bed or her veranda or any area where she can lay. And we're going to go through a sequence that includes the down signal. And then my goal is to be able to issue a stay signal as I move away, my shoulders to round, and to issue a backside stay signal. So is that whenever my body posture changes, I can give her feedback for the stay function. Obviously, if she was to move forward, I'd impede her forward progress and reposition her. So here we are on exercise 4, repetition 1. Our dog looks great. I'm going to point, and I'm going to enunciate the release and fire to left side. Sadie, good girl. I'm going to reward and touch on the back side, making sure there's no leaning. And I've got 2 more repetitions so my pup can remember what's going on. Touch the flues, and then point and snap. Let's go, Sadie, to your place. Let's go. She's dreaming of swimming later day at the ranch. Good girl. Excellent. That's my girl. Big girl signal. Good. That's a good girl. And that it was not directly under her paws. Very good job. I'll give a signal here as I work to the 2 count there, to the 3 count there. She can pick it up out of her left eye. Mine eyes are on her lower shoulders, which will be a precursor or tail that she's moving. Always lower peripheral on the shoulders so the dog's eyes can look to your eyes and mouth. Rep 2 with the opposition reflex. Just reiterating what I'm saying. Her tendency is going to be the lock, and that's what I want. I'm going to return to my dog always. First few days, we make sure we're on tether. She's in a multiple dog home, so as that we can get compliance in traffic. Good girl. Gonna love her up. That's my boo. Oh, good girl. She's definitely ready to go swimming here at the ranch. Young lady, we only got one more rep of this, and you may. Good girl. I'm gonna load her up to her place. Good girl, Sadie. Good. See the conditioned behavior where she's starting to anticipate multiple simple things into one complex movement. Backside at this point. Lower peripherals on the dog. Check the email. Fake shoe tie. Ooh, I'm eating your candy. Oh no, Halloween's coming. Drop it. Oopsie. Backside signal. She's seen the dog. Nose is gonna get her in trouble. No. Backside signal. Good. Again, saving the third rep because we did not allow the dog out. One time. Oopsie, 2 time. 3 time. Good job. Young puppies and induction. Good. You would save this. Older dogs, we can get through it. Good. And the basics. Good job. Delineation. With backside signal. Fantastic pup. So I'm going to return to her. I'm going to fire the release. I'll actually give her the reward after the touch. Ready? Ah, my baby. Good girl. Gonna love it up. Gonna touch a little bit. Good job. No movement or leaning. Good girl. All right, let's go. Bonus for the day. Pick up as I make the turn, okay?
Okay.
Here we go. All right, so here we are working some bonus footage. The next progression for this particular dog would actually be a stand stay. So is that we can teach the third element of canine good citizens, and so is that we can prepare for her getting a little bit older, and so is that we're cognizant of what she really is. If you look under her undercoat, there's a German short-haired pointer in here with a little bit of lab characteristic overlay. What I need to be able to do with this particular dog is not only have the economy of motion, but I want to teach a stand stay as well. And so you saw the high collar and the point. I touch the withers. I go to the belly. I go to the foreleg. I frame the bite. And then I look at the ear from the interior side. Good. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to release her with the motion and then fuse right into 2. Ready? Through. What this is going to allow us to do is to teach curving principles and begin to transition as she has her economy of motion and looks really good with her family. We should be able to take her on walks and not necessarily have to put her in a sit stay every time. It allows us to be able to cross the roads a little faster. I'm going to point. Good, just like that with a high collar. And then it's requisite, must touch the dog. Count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to frame the release all through, straight into motion. Good. Notice I never come to rest there. Let's go. Good girl. Again, this is so is that our dog, who has been trained a little bit later in life, will have the skill sets to be able to go through Canine Good Citizens. It'll help us with economy of motion, and through her life cycle, it's going to save those hips. Good, but first things first, you got to commit to making sure that that dog is worked every day with some motion, and that you're locking in the right shoulder, good, off of the stand stay. From that point, it's basically, if she moves, we're going to correct the dog and do it again. If she sticks it in the ground and she doesn't move, oh, a bug. No would be the correction. The only thing that we could do from that point is to move forward. And then what we're going to do is we're going to reposition. Now down. Good. Heel. Good girl. Let's go, let's go, let's go. So I'm hoping to frame one more really nice stand stay with a 5-point touch, so as that we can put this in our toolkit of practice. Stand, stay. I'm looking for the right shoulder there. No. Heel. That's what we have to do is correct it. She goes lazy on us, wants to lay down, be super submissive. No worries. This is a new skill. Good. So we are still working in and through. So it's nice for you to be able to see process. Good girl. 5th rep. Gonna point, stand with a high collar, tell her stay. She's gonna lay down. I'm gonna give her one more correction. Let's go. Let's go. We're not done yet. If you got energy to swim, you got energy to do this. Good job. Woo-wee. She's going to give us compliance on number 6. Just the way the learning matrix works. Good. Good job. So it's very important that I do everything proper here. Stand. Stay. Good. I'm going to jump in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you could bet the paycheck if you know the matrix. You know when you're gonna get compliance with the dog. Good girl. Number 6, 2 sets of 3. In a perfect world, it's 1 set of 3. It's been a pleasure working the dog and look forward to her progress in the future. All 3.